listening to another episode of Loud About Nothing. It's me, your boy, the hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy, he himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to beautiful people.
Beautiful people, what is going on?
What's going on? We are moving forward, Robbie, into the future, you and I. We are here and we are moving forward.
We are moving forward.
The Land Productions, LAN, Loud About Nothing Productions.
LLC.
Thank you.
That's
Let's drop our
company.
business. We are trying to move things forward and get bigger and better over here.
Yes, thank you to everyone who has been supportive from day one. We're officially 4 years in. Crazy.
Yeah.
This is year 5.
Officially year 5.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we just want to say thank you to everyone that has subscribes to the YouTube, comments on the YouTube, everyone that shares clips. It truly means the world to us that you do that. It's
please subscribe if you're watching and you aren't subscribed. Subscribe on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube, leave a review, write a comment. If you're on our Instagram and stuff, leave comments. It helps with the algorithm stuff. Send it to friends. Share. We have a lot of things that are shareable. If you like a specific conversation within an episode, we've been doing the segment stuff. You could send just an individual segment to people of the podcast, audio, visual. Please keep sharing. Please keep engaging. We appreciate it a ton, and it helps a ton.
It helps more than you think.
Yeah, it helps a ton.
Honestly,
it's a free way that you could really support and keep this going.
If half the people listening to this sent it to one person, it would truly
every time.
It would rock our worlds.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're like, damn, I want to rock Seb's world.
Yes.
You know what you do?
Yes.
You send the podcast.
For sure. It's the most thing that you could do.
And also, if you thank you for all the Patreon subscribers. We're having a lot of fun over there. A lot of secrets and sexies and giggles.
A lot of secret sexies and giggles. Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of drama.
So there's some drama happening there. We did
in our personal lives. A lot. Yeah, it's fun. I appreciate the people that subscribe to the Patreon. We read A Court of Thorns and Roses. We've done vlog stuff. We've tried to experiment over there a little bit too.
And over there, we're more open to suggestions.
Yeah, for sure. We lost our telephone number, which is unfortunate. We didn't do a call-in episode.
We lost our telephone number.
Long enough time. I wasn't using it. I had to be using it, and I lost it. Unfortunately,
we lost it.
I'll
take the L with you.
Yeah, we lost that. So maybe we'll get back into that. We're expanding. So
we've been
we took over a room in Sebastian's apartment.
Well, Robbie officially has a desk in my home.
I have a desk in Sebastian's home for 3 years. We kind of just worked in Sebastian's kitchen with a light bulb that was sometimes worked, sometimes didn't.
Don't make us sound like we're in the slum.
That was the working conditions.
No, the light bulb worked most of the time.
All right, every single day it flickered at least once.
It keeps things
there was the fan didn't really work. There was not much circulation. Now it's what we had a hideous painting that we can now talk about from his roommate that he painted. It looked like he painted in the 4th grade. That was hung up on the wall. It looks really nice now. I think it looks good. Sebastian
truth comes
painted
out.
the
This
wall.
is like when a person. This is like when a person glows up and be like, "Wow, you were so ugly before."
It was ugly. I don't know what we want.
I tried my best for what I had.
Sure, for sure.
Look at me.
Well, you kicked your roommate.
He goes. You were a beast. And all of a sudden, all this truth
it's not
comes
you.
out.
You don't. There's no need for you to take this personally.
I take it personally. This was my home. Actually, it hasn't felt like a home. And
it hasn't felt like a home.
It hasn't felt like a home. And now
it hasn't felt like a great place to work. Not because of you.
No,
just the vibes.
I'll take blame. We could share blame for the phone numbers, but I'll take full blame for how disgusting.
It wasn't disgusting. I will say that. It wasn't disgusting. It was more vibes.
The vibes were off.
The vibes were not great.
Well, I've been...
there was a giant room in Sebastian's apartment that was pretty much unused. What do you mean? That's a reality. When you have a roommate the shared space, it's just a reality.
Wow. Well, yeah.
This is shit we've talked about on the Patreon over the last year. But now I think that the smoke is cleared. We can talk about land headquarters a little bit.
Smoke is clear.
It is the glow up is very real at land headquarters.
I'm coughing still over here. Smoke
You
is
are.
clear.
You are coughing.
Sure, I got damage.
Sure, you're right.
But anyways,
Sebastian has some leftover. I don't know.
I do check the door.
Yeah.
I still. You know what? Last night I had to eat dinner, and when you're alone in your apartment, I looked around. I go, where do I do it? But I always ate dinner alone.
Yes.
But last night I looked around and said, where do I do it?
Well, because you're completely nobody else lives here right
No
now.
one else lives here right now. So, but anyways, I'm like giving it a glow up the apartment, which is good,
which is exciting.
which I needed to do because it's to feel comfortable in your own home should be. Everyone should have that.
Yes, I agree.
It should be a basic human necessity to have a home and be comfortable.
Yes,
in it.
I agree.
Radical thinking over here.
For sure.
So I've been getting furniture, and I'm not buying Ray Moore and Flanagan, okay?
No.
Just so everyone knows.
No
out
Ethan
there.
Allen.
No Ethan Allen isn't coming through to the land headquarters.
Yeah.
It's more furniture that when you get it, there's instruction and you have to build it.
Yeah. What have you built so far?
I built a desk. I built
Bed frame.
a bed frame.
Yeah.
I built what else have I built?
You hung a TV mount.
Hung a TV mount, right? So here's the thing. I'm doing all this stuff and it's so freaking hard. All this stuff is so hard. And when my grandpa was a handy. He was a carpenter.
Yes.
He was a handyman.
Yes.
And to be called handy for my grandpa's generation meant that he was able to build from just raw wood a table, chairs, and a mirror in a dining room set.
Yes.
For my generation, in order to be considered handy, I need to know how to put down instructions and follow step by step.
Yes.
I need to be handy.
Yes.
You need to know how to do Legos adult style.
Yeah, it'll say screw one goes with screwdriver one. And they give you the wrenches to use for the specific parts.
And
everything is labeled.
And if you could do that, someone goes, "Oh my." Now that's a handy person, right?
Yeah, 100%. And I fail at that.
Oh, I fail too.
Yeah. To have to redo the whole thing, take something apart, hours and hours.
It is exhausting. And the epitome of handy isn't being able to create something from nothing. It's to be able to create something from an organized instruction list in front of you. It's to be able to slide one thing into another and it click in.
Yes.
It clicked. He's handy. To make something click means you're handy.
Yes.
To be able to use an Allen wrench.
Yeah.
One of those little
that
IKEA.
Fits perfectly that is given to you.
Is beautiful.
Yeah, it's very easy to assemble these things. Easy. And I struggle.
Well,
I don't look forward to it.
The most handy person I know could do a wall mount. I want to put on some floating shelves in my home, and I say, who the hell do I think I am? Bob Vila?
Yeah.
Who the hell do I think I am? Right? I'm not Bob the Builder.
Yes.
I'm Sebastian. I don't know how to hang stuff.
Yeah, I guess our generation moved towards like tech. Like you're techie. Like a lot of guys that maybe used to be handy move into techie, but it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like that's the same guy.
It can't.
You know what I mean?
It's not the same guy. My grandfather who carried refrigerators up flights of steps is not the same guy that goes, yeah, I could show you how to AirPlay.
Yeah.
Can't be the same guy.
I know.
That can't be the same handy. And here's the thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know how to AirPlay, but I know how to put together an IKEA.
Okay.
I know how to put together an Amazon.
So you would say you're more handy than techie.
I'm more handy than techie, and by that, I could do 4 steps for a piece of furniture.
Yeah. I said, oh, wow, that's great. You must feel good that you've been assembling all these things because we have a lot more to assemble on the way.
And what did I say?
You said no.
No.
It's taking me a long time.
It's horrible. Every step of the way, it's been horrible.
Yes.
I look at people that build homes, and I go, that's a skill.
Yeah.
I look at people that are able to decorate homes. I go, that's a skill.
Yes.
Choice paralysis exists.
Yes. For sure.
Choice.
I feel like I make decisions fairly quickly.
I thought that Sims was going to prepare me for decorating a home.
Okay.
But it didn't.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because I can't put the secret code Rosebud in the corner and get unlimited money.
Yes.
I can't.
I don't know about the Sims. Sure.
Oh, there was a code that you could put in,
okay.
Rosebud something, and you got unlimited money. You just keep entering, and you just get all the money.
Okay.
I need Rosebud from The Sims for Amazon.
Okay.
I need Rosebud for Wayfair.
Yeah.
Because then it'll be a lot easier to decorate a home.
Yeah.
But now I go, okay, I got a desk budget of $100. Jesus Christ, what do I want?
Yeah.
I look at all, and there's thousands of things under $100.
Yes.
But now here's a problem with the furniture I've noticed.
What?
Every piece of furniture has something on it that makes me feel like I'm a 18, 15-year-old boy.
Okay, like what?
Which is the LED light underneath.
Yeah, I don't need that shit.
Every piece of furniture has an LED light underneath that I'm a streamer.
Yes.
Every piece of furniture assumes I'm a streamer.
Yeah, we were looking at a lot of that, and it's just like, I want it to look like modern or like a little bit cool. That is not cool. LED lights to me, granted, we have this sign. This sign is cool in the context of the set of this show. I don't think you want this sign in your living area.
I don't drive a Mazda with...
Yeah.
with
Mazda's usually got such a bad rep with that kind of stuff.
A Mazda with underneath
they did have
lights
the neon
on
lights.
the neon lights on the bottom.
But that was popular in 2006.
I do not need my desk in my home to look like a Mazda. I don't need LED lights. I don't need a Mazda TV stand.
No, we don't need.
I don't need it.
The Mazdification.
I don't need to sit
of
down.
Interior design.
I don't need to sit down and go, okay, it's time for me to send a couple emails. Let me do it on my Too Fast, Too Furious desk.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I agree.
I just want a piece of wood.
I agree.
I just want a piece of wood, but instead I'm drag racing, but it's on the internet.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Everything is LED streamer lights.
Yeah.
For my nightstand, I was looking to get a new nightstand, LED streamer lights.
Yeah.
And all the...
Everything.
And it's so hard, the period between a boy and a man. Like, you need to... Here's the thing about being a man I'm learning from society. It all has to just do with if you have enough money.
Yes. A lot of it.
I went to DXL yesterday. Destination... extra large.
You say it like that every time.
I mean, because could you think of a worse name? Could you think of... I wish Destination Extra Large is the most demeaning... It's like, where's the destination? To Fatty McFattown.
DXL. DXL sounds a little better, I guess.
I mean, how could I ignore what it's called?
Yes, I agree.
But the shirts there, you know what shirts are cheap?
What?
Superman, Spider-Man, Life is Good, Stickman shirts. You know what? If I want to buy anything that's a little bit classy, $180.
That's crazy.
Anything that looks like for a child's $20.
Yeah.
We divide people maturity levels now by how much they make.
Yeah, that's not fair.
No. The woman there said, hey, you should start wearing sports coats. Okay. I looked at her and I said, what life do you think I live?
You said that?
Yeah. Because
she's just trying to sell you sports coats. She
knows I'm weak. I walk into a store and the person goes, this is a weak man who doesn't understand how to say no. Okay. A salesperson sees me and they go, weak.
Yeah.
And this woman's trying to sell me on sports coats. I go, when am I going to wear a sports coat? She goes, to work. I go, I work from home.
Yeah.
She goes, how about on a date? I go, I'm not dating.
Yeah.
She goes, you know what's really nice? Being the best dressed person in the location that you are.
Wow, she's using all her moves.
Oh, and then she did something crazy.
What?
She goes, you're going to never guess how old I am. She says to me.
She says that to you? Is she flirting?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. She goes, you're never going to guess how old I am. And I go, I don't know. I don't want to play this game.
You said that?
Yeah, because I don't want to play that game.
Yeah.
I'm there for a specific reason. I don't want to play this game.
That's good that you said that.
Thank you. I go, I don't want to play this game. And then she looks 45, 50.
That's okay.
And guess how old she was?
38.
50.
Okay.
And she goes, pretty good, huh? And I just didn't know what to tell her.
You look amazing.
That's what I did.
You said
so
that.
now
Oh,
all of a
wow,
sudden
you look amazing.
I go, no way. So now all of a sudden I'm at DXL and I'm hyping the woman that's selling me clothes.
Yes.
I'm going, you look great. 50? Are you kidding me? I'm getting. That's how bad I am at shopping that I'm actually I go, you look incredible. I would have thought you were younger than me. She goes, me too. I look younger than you. I go, you don't gotta tell me. She goes, how old are you? I go, 35. And then she goes, I look younger than 35. And
This is crazy.
This is insane.
That's a crazy interaction.
But no. So, anyways, we didn't buy the Mazdas for the living room.
No, we did not.
We tried to find some normal stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. I come from a very handy family, which I guess is not always the norm either.
No.
But like, yeah, my grandfather built my grandma's house, did all of the electrical work and everything. I have my 2 uncles were elevator. I guess they would install elevators all throughout the city, which is one of the hardest job. Like, as from a handy perspective, you're just doing it floating, however many stories below the ground. And like, job. I guess my dad was more handy than me, more handy than the average person, but relative to his family, not really. So he's always kind of like insecure about it, which I think that's more of the generation above us, is they were kind of like fake it till you make it handy.
Yeah.
And they were just not able to pass that down to us. Like that.
Because they were faking it.
That was the kind of where I think it was like you said, our grandparents' generation had to be handy because you had to fix stuff within your house. You couldn't just buy new shit.
Nope.
There was no like fast fashion for solutions to your house.
My dad told me about this thing that when he was a kid, that they would have patches for shoes when the heel would rub out.
Yeah, you would get your soles resoled.
Yeah.
Like that. You would have the same stuff your whole life. You would build the kitchen, like you said, you would build your house and you would live in the shit you built for the entire time that you lived.
And so you would want to do a good job.
Yeah, you would want exactly. And that just doesn't exist anymore.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, but I feel like the bar for handy is low.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I had an uncle who dropped out of high school and was building cars.
Was he selling them?
I think he was probably buying. That's what he does now. Still, he buys shitty cars and resells them on Craigslist. That's how he's made a living. Incredible. He's had different jobs throughout his life, but yeah, wow. That there was just a different level
of his passion.
Yeah, for sure, and he's just good at it.
Yeah.
Of just knowledge and handiness of like could wire a house. My uncles could wire an entire house. They could do plumbing for an entire house.
We put in the new lights, and my dad's trying to explain electricity to me.
Yeah.
He goes, didn't you go to school for electrical engineering? I go, I did numbers, Dad.
Yeah, that's true.
I did numbers. No one told me about what wires to twist together.
Yeah. I mean, some engineers know a little bit more about that.
I never finished.
You never got to the execution part.
The execution.
Yeah. Execution.
So, but no, but I'm learning. I think I am millennial handy.
Okay.
Yeah. Which means I could pick up a box.
I
know the difference between a Phillips head and a flathead screwdriver.
Yes. The bar is low for us.
The bar is very low for millennials.
It would be good if I learned a little bit.
You just need the basics. I know how to use a level, hang a picture.
Yeah.
But I sweat.
Yeah. Same.
I'm a sweater. But millennials, we do other stuff that's great.
Like what?
We're the generation that decorates Halloween like it's Christmas.
Okay.
My nephew's neighborhood is just filled with the most amazing blow-up dolls, blow-up lawn ornaments that you've ever seen.
Okay.
And he was like, "Let's go for a walk because I want to show you all the lawn, all the blow-up things and lawn ornaments."
That's cute. That means he's done this walk a few times, being like, "I can't wait to show Uncle Bob."
He loves this. He loves seeing these things.
Yes.
Right? But what confused me, one, to put up these lawn things. If you do that, you need to be comfortable with people standing on your lawn and taking photos.
Of course.
I can't. There was a house that was like, no, we can't go by that house. They don't like when people go by them.
And they have stuff on the lawn.
What the hell is the 10-foot inflatable ghost there for?
Yeah, that's wild.
To create shade on the grass?
That's wild. If it's facing the street, it's for other people.
They don't want people by.
Okay.
We looked from afar.
That's wild.
It's insane
Yeah.
because putting things on your lawn is thankless. That's you adding to your community.
Yeah, it's very nice.
You doing that is saying, I want my community to love Halloween because I love it so much.
Yes.
I love Halloween so much that I don't want it just in my home. I want the whole world to see it so they get excited about it.
Exactly.
And that's so freaking beautiful.
Yes.
It actually, I wish we had blow-ups on lawns all year long.
Yeah, it's fun.
Our
Or
parents,
light shows.
You know what our parents did?
What?
They had those stupid-ass flags that they would hang all year.
Oh,
They
yeah,
had
different
a
flags.
fall flag. They had a
Yeah.
spring flag that they would hang, right? Can millennials make just blow-ups and these, like, lawn ornaments, these cheeky lawn ornaments, like, all year round?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Can we have a machine that just blows leaves up and down that you can walk inside? Instead of money, I would love to walk in a leaf blowing machine.
Just, it always looks like there's a tornado everywhere.
I meant like it's slow.
in the town.
I just meant like it was slow.
Yes.
But yeah,
I see.
You're right. No, it would look like a tornado. But so also when I'm walking around with him and he's like scared of some of the decorations.
Okay.
And some of these lawn, I love spreading the joy of Halloween.
Yes.
But some of these decorations and lawn or ornaments outside people's homes are truly terrifying.
I remember as a kid there would be like people that were also terrifying that would sit outside and do like a little zombie action, or like on Halloween when the kids are trick-or-treating, their intent is to be scary.
The classic move for us was they would cut a hole in the table and stick their head through the table, and the candy would be around their head, and they pretend to bite you when you went to reach for the candy.
The biting is insane.
Imagine
pretending to bite children.
Imagine it's like, hey, uncle, I gotta take off for work today.
Yeah.
Oh, why? What do you do? I cut a hole in my table and I
Yeah.
pretend to bite children as I give them free candy. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to do I'm not an anesthesiologist today.
And that's the same guy 10 years later who's like, there's fentanyl in Reese's Pieces.
Yes.
And it's like, bro, there's not fentanyl in Reese's Pieces, one of the biggest companies in the world. And this is way more scary. Like, obviously not if there was fentanyl in Reese's Pieces, but.
Yes. But I do think
it's not a real threat.
It's a real ego trip to be one of those people that scare children on Halloween.
Yeah. It's a strange thing.
It's a strange thing.
Yes.
And so now I think they're pointing it off to like electronics.
Okay.
So you'll walk by a house and it'll be like a huge clown that will and pretend to stab you
with knives.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Or there'll be like dead babies crawling on the ground. And I go, and these are the same families that will go, he can't get the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. It's too much for him. It's too much. No. Are you kidding me? No, I will not let him look at. She's breastfeeding. He cannot look at that. But hey, honey, make sure you get the father that's killing the entire family and put it on the lawn. Make sure you get the sausages to pull out the stomach. My son, oh my God, he said what? He said shit the other day. I put a bar of soap in his mouth. I said, you go sit inside and you watch The Exorcist.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't understand why we have PG-13 in our movies, and then on lawns we could just decorate them to be the most frightening thing ever.
Yeah,
I don't have any trauma from watching movies, really.
Yeah,
there was no movie. Oompa Loompa scared me.
Okay,
right? Because I was like, oh, they could take away chubby boys.
Okay.
Oompa Loompas. Everyone's like, Oompa Loompas aren't scary. I was like, did you see what they did to Augustus? And if I could relate to anyone on TV or movies, it was Augustus Gloop.
Okay.
A boy that had a weird accent that would bend over to drink from a river made of chocolate. I saw Augustus Gloop and I said, yes, that is me. And then I stood up. My first words was Augustus Gloop, and I pointed to the screen, and my mom said, oh no, you're not going to like what happens.
Oh no.
Oh no. And you know what happened? He flew too close to the sun.
Yeah.
Augustus Gloop is a classic Icarus story.
Yeah. I mean, most children would do that. Let's just say.
But I saw
of course, you saw yourself, but it's like most children, they see a river made of chocolate. They are intrigued by the chocolate river.
Robbie, I don't think you understand. When I was watching Willy Wonka,
okay.
When Augustus showed up on screen, I said, when did the TV become a mirror?
Okay.
I go, when did the TV become a mirror?
Did you read it first or you watched it first?
I watched it first.
Okay.
I watched Augustus, and then he's the first person to be what? The Oompa Loompas take him
kill him
away.
first, yeah.
So what do I know? I know
Yes.
Oompa Loompas kill fat boys for being true to themselves.
Yes.
So at that day, I said I can never be true to myself because
Not in the presence of an Oompa Loompa.
well, I didn't. The Oompa Loompas weren't there when he bent down,
Oh, you're right.
and my sister played the piccolo.
Okay.
You tell me what's scarier than being a fat boy after watching Willy Wonka sing Augustus Gloop, fall into the river, then play the little flute, and having a sister with the piccolo.
Damn.
Every time my sister pulled out the piccolo, I said, get the chocolate away from me. I said, I could die because Oompa Loompas take me away for being gluttonous.
Okay.
And then I would go at night, and I would sneak into the kitchen. I go, I'm going to have a piece of chocolate. And I would just hear every footstep. Ba. Ba. And I scurry back to my room. I wasn't scared of ghosts or monsters. I was scared at night of the Oompa Loompas not letting me be my true self.
What's the story? Is he dead?
Augustus?
Yeah. Is that what happens?
They never tell.
They never tell us.
Because it would be too horrifying.
It would be insane. That's a really dramatic movie if the 4 kids die.
I mean, if not, at minimum, they're tortured.
Yeah. At minimum, they're tortured.
At minimum, Augustus Gloop is tortured.
Yeah, for sure.
God, I hope.
Just
I hope
he doesn't go somewhere pleasant. That's the presumption.
the trauma.
Damn, I did it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I was scared of that.
Yeah.
But what did scare me in real life, not movies besides
So
that.
like horror movies wouldn't scare you.
Not really.
An exorcism, somebody coming in murder, like
Nah.
these weird beasts like a Freddy Krueger. I've never
Nah.
seen any Freddy. I've never seen any Jason. I've never seen any Scream.
Oh, Scream's good.
I've never seen.
I used to look at the Scream pictures in my pillowcase
Okay.
because Sarah Michelle Gellar was my childhood crush.
Oh, nice.
And there was photos of her in a bikini.
Nice.
And I would just stare at it.
And dream.
I don't know. I would just like want to feel feelings, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
You know when you're a child and you just stare at photos that you're
Pretty
attracted
girls.
to?
Yeah, yeah.
And for no reason, I would just look at that.
Yeah.
Not for a reason, but like nothing productive was happening
Yeah.
besides just I guess,
Staring.
gaining energy.
Yeah. Before
Fueling-
bed.
Before bed.
Yeah.
And then I would go to sleep and dream that I was on Mount Olympus and Athena wanted to bathe me.
Okay, that's a nice dream. I never had that dream.
You never had it?
No, I never had people bathing me dreams.
Yeah.
Some people, that's a thing they want, to be bathed.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
No, not now.
Not now?
Nah,
All right.
well, not now. I don't fit. I'm too big for a bathtub.
Get a bigger bathtub.
Oh, yeah, this is the problem.
Back to the square
I'll go to
one.
DXL, all of a sudden I'll have to compliment the woman again.
Back to square one, having no money.
Square one, no money. But my trauma comes from like haunted houses, walking around being scared of these houses.
Okay.
So I think that we should have some regulation
On that stuff.
I don't want. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was afraid of haunted houses until I was like, I needed to maybe hold a girl's hand and be a man in a situation. But like prior to that, I wouldn't go in. If it was just me and my family, I'm not about to go in. Who do I need to prove?
Well, I don't have a problem with haunted houses because you're choosing to go in.
Yeah.
These lawns.
Yeah, there's exactly.
These lawns that you just have to
Jump
walk
scare.
by
Yeah.
that do jump scares or like have a knife and they're cutting someone's throat.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What are we doing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm just trying to get a soft serve.
Yeah.
But people aren't aware.
What does your nephew say?
Well, he would make
He's
me
like, let's avoid
walk
this.
ahead
Oh, really? Because he is nervous.
because he's nervous,
Yeah,
and I
that
felt
is-
for him.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
So now
yeah.
all of a sudden I
This is
see
an
these
issue.
lawn things. I go, these are beautiful because they bring him so much joy and so much pain at the same time.
Yeah, that is wow.
But
That's interesting.
people are dumb. Robbie.
Yes, I agree.
People
They're very dumb.
don't realize. People don't think about how their actions affect other people.
Yes. No.
There was a study
Okay.
that only 10 to 15% of people are self-aware.
I believe it.
Only 10 to 15% of people are self-aware.
Yeah, I believe that.
That most people think they're much more self-aware than they actually are.
Yeah, I think people probably see themselves in the mirror and think that's self-awareness. Knowing that you have brown eyes doesn't make you self-aware.
Well, it's not even brown eyes. People think they're self-aware because they'll be like, I know I have big ears.
Yeah.
Like they're able to notice a flaw in themselves.
A physical flaw.
A physical flaw does not make you self-aware.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what that makes you?
Have
an owner
eyes.
of a mirror.
Yeah, an owner of a mirror.
knowing it's be like, oh God, I got bushy eyebrows. You're not self-aware. That doesn't make you self-aware.
Not at all.
You know what that makes you? Able to see yourself in a reflection.
Yes.
Right? And I think that people think also that they're perceived a certain way.
Probably so. They paint their own perception onto themselves.
Oh God.
I think, yeah, that's hard.
It is hard because, it made me wonder, what is 85%, 90% of people doing when they leave parties? Just going, that was amazing. You want to go and get some soft serve ice cream? Oh, that's good. I'm going to sleep good tonight. What are these worries that these people are having? They're not reliving moments in their head.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. No party breakdown. I guess I don't know.
Maybe they talk about the appetizers.
Yeah.
Do they just judge other people? That's what they do, actually.
They probably do that.
That
is what they do.
That is what they do.
They talk about what everybody else did.
They talk about everyone else.
Yeah.
And then they say they're self-aware because they're able to judge.
Yes.
That's not self-aware.
Yeah, you're right.
Just because you're able to critique
other people
doesn't make you aware. You can't critique yourself. Whole self-awareness is being able to look inwards.
Well, they just have a set of rules that they follow.
That they were given to by someone else.
Yes, probably so. Probably so. And then if some other people don't follow those rules, they can observe that, and then the self-awareness is, well, I didn't do that. But maybe, you don't know. People talk so crazy at parties.
Oh, with what they say.
Yeah, just like with how they come in. I don't know. People come in so hot.
I mean, I've come in hot to parties.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. But then I think about it after.
Oh, God. I go back and I break down every conversation. I leave a party, I go, and sometimes I'm like, I did a good job. I try to give myself a score. Oh, I was talking too much about this, talking about myself here. Like, I don't know. You want to have, and I'm someone who struggles with that because if I get going, I will just fucking ramble. The pain of replaying what you did at a party is brutal.
It only affects 10 to 15% of people, apparently.
It only affects a small portion of people.
That is crazy.
10 to 15% of people know what it's like to leave a party and be like, I messed up. And I didn't even drink a sip of alcohol.
That's the worst.
To be a problem and not be drinking, you go, fuck.
Yeah, I think I'm better. For sure, I'm better. Obviously, when I don't drink. But even so, I'll send out the text like, was I like whoever's through the party? Like, was I good? Like, I don't know. You want to not be annoying. Like, you don't want to talk too much in one way. But then you think about how everyone else. That's how I like relieve myself of this anxiety.
Everyone else just
myself in everyone else's shoes.
Here's the thing: I thought that everyone else
was doing the same thing.
Was just thinking about themselves.
Well, they're actually thinking about us.
They're actually not thinking about themselves.
They're not thinking about themselves.
They
are going, what the fuck was Robbie talking?
Yes.
They aren't thinking about themselves, which is scarier.
It's actually terrifying.
Yeah.
And
no, I feel it. I feel like 10 to 15% of people are self-aware.
Yeah, with some of the comments that they make right to your face.
Yeah.
What people say to your face when someone looks me in my eyes and complains about that their vacation was screwed up or something like that, or that like that their bonus check wasn't big enough, I just go, yeah.
They could feel it, I think, if you give the proper response. But then I don't know if they feel bad about it or they get mad at you if you're not empathizing with them.
They do. People
That's
get mad
like
at
a
you.
thing.
This is why people like to have friends on their level.
Yes.
Because you know what's nice about friends on your level?
You can complain like a douchebag.
Complain like a douche. If you have friends on your level, you could complain about. You get to complain about stuff that that people below you don't.
Yes.
Will just be blessed to be in that situation.
100%.
You can't complain about first class to someone in coach. You can't complain about coach to someone who's not even on a plane.
Who's taking the bus.
Yes.
Yep, you can't.
You can't. And so this is why, and I get it logistically, because you're going to have a problem no matter what.
Yes.
So I get it logistically. That's why you literally look for friends. I guess people just look for friends that they are on the same level that they could all complain about the same stuff.
Or
not even enjoy and complain. Or
you're self-aware and you just don't say certain things in front of certain people.
But yes,
that's just another thing.
We need to get rid of that possibility now because there's only 10, 15,
yeah,
50%
which
of
makes
people.
sense in hindsight hearing this.
It's like when people.
I mean, I see this on display at my job all the time.
I mean,
because it's a very wealthy clientele, and then it's a lot of people that are making not that. They don't live that lifestyle, but we're all together. It's like a mix. You see a mix of different types of people.
I see it with being fat stuff.
Of course.
People are just
100%,
like, oh, I feel so fat. And I look at you and I go, I would literally kill a person to be you.
Yes. Yeah, people are honestly the worst, I would say, with that.
Yes, I feel bloated. Oh, I feel so like someone if they eat a big meal and they go, "Oh God, I feel so bloated. I feel disgusting right now."
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm disgusting.
Yeah.
I sometimes go, I go, what is wrong with me? I am a disgusting man.
Yeah.
People don't realize.
Yeah, they don't.
I mean, like,
especially with that stuff.
How I said the other day, I was talking to you and someone, because we're of the generation where people said the thing, they go, ew, don't talk to me, you're ugly.
Oh, yeah.
And
people would say that.
People say, well, I'm from the generation where people
You're ugly was like a thing.
Ew, you're ugly, right?
You're ugly.
Like, it's just like.
And I thought it was just like playing around, whatever, flirty, I guess.
Robbie and I have had a little different experiences around this.
And Sebastian said that he was legitimately silenced by a woman. And she was not joking.
When I was younger, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was in
not silenced, but she was like not fucking around.
No,
it was not playful.
No, yes.
I was
people
thought
mean
it was
that.
Painful. Yeah.
No.
That's crazy.
People are like, ew, you're ugly, you don't get to speak.
Yes.
And I was in a conversation the other day, and someone said, someone came up to me, and I just went, ew, you're ugly, don't talk to me. And I literally go, yes, ugly people don't deserve to speak.
You said that to her.
I said right to her face. I go, ugly people don't deserve the right to speak. They don't deserve if an ugly person, if there's a problem with their meal, I go, that's your problem. You're ugly. You don't deserve a good meal.
And what did the woman say?
She goes, yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Me and you were going to be friends.
She was in total agreement.
She was in total agreement. She did not pick up on your sarcasm.
I kind of believe it. If I see an ugly person trying to cross the streets, I go, don't you dare, go home.
Yeah. Why even try?
Why even try? You don't even deserve.
Yeah.
I once saw an ugly person order a drink and they got milk in it, and they said, sorry, I can't, I'm lactose intolerant. And they said, wait, never mind, I forgot, I'm ugly, I'll just drink this.
I believe it. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, there's people that want poor, ugly people to just be out of their sight. Fuck them. Fuck
the poor and the ugly.
No, not that.
No, it's just people don't have any self-awareness.
Yeah, there's a lot of no self-awareness going on. Yeah. It's unfortunate. And it's nice, though, for it to be contextualized in this 10 to 15% thing.
It makes you feel a little better.
Yeah.
But then it also makes you realize how many people are just judging you.
Yeah, I guess that revelation is interesting.
Which is tough.
It makes also sense, though.
Well,
that they're just on offense all the time.
They are.
Or like, yeah.
It's easy to be on offense.
Yeah.
You know how easy it is to make fun of stuff?
Yeah.
To just not even make fun. Because that make fun implies some sort of arts of being entertaining.
Yes.
Just to critique.
You're right. Yeah, that's another
thing. Just to
thing.
shit on.
Yes.
Just to absolutely shit on.
Yeah, there's someone that I know now that just like, she really revels in shitting on people. And was trying to tell me that it's funny. And I'm like, no, being funny is surprising. You have a character trait. This is just something you do.
There's nothing funny.
There's no art to it. There's no joke to. Yeah, you want it to be presented in a fun way if you're going to be doing that.
There's nothing. In my opinion, there's nothing funny about being mean.
Yes, I agree.
There's nothing
funny about being an asshole.
Because I remember picking on a certain person, and why I made jokes is to make people happy, right?
Yes.
And so I remember picking on a kid, making fun of him in front of other people, which wasn't great, but I learned a lesson here because I wanted to make jokes so people liked me and I felt happy because I felt accepted by people. And then I remember feeling so bad that I made the joke about that person that it took away from the joke altogether.
Yes.
And I went to the kid and I was like, I'm sorry, and I talked to him. And
that's really nice.
Well, it was just from a selfish point of view because I couldn't enjoy.
Yeah.
Like,
but still, most people don't do that.
Yes, and I remember
most people take the positive and don't have the self-awareness moment to be like, "Oh, I actually hurt someone."
This was senior year in high school. It took a while.
Okay,
but I mean, it's hard.
Some people they never get that though.
Some people never get that. So it is like I remember being like, "Oh, shouldn't the idea of like laughter be to like make someone happy?"
I think most people would be like, "This is what a lot of people you see online. They'll just bully you for not laughing." It's like I made fun of this person and it was a mean joke. And instead of being like, oh, that whatever, some people laugh, some people didn't, it took away from me, they'll just be like, everybody should laugh. That's funny. That's what you see. That's what Elon Musk is trying to force everyone to laugh at him when he makes bad, hurtful jokes. He just is he's getting rid of like the block and the mute, and he's just like, you're going to like these jokes whether.
We should actually all just tell him he's funny because maybe then he'll stop doing work.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe then he'll stop being enterprise.
I hope he just goes away. But yeah,
that's what I meant.
Yeah, do you think that's a way to banish him?
Maybe that's a way to banish him.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it is stressful, right? And I do stress a lot.
Yes.
And I don't need another thing to stress about.
Yeah, I mean, people are stupid.
Oh well,
and and I get sad because I look at the world, I look at the internet, and I'm like, how are people this stupid? How are they not like understanding the bigger picture of certain things? How are they not contextualizing what's going on? How are they seeing the events that are displaying in front of them? And this is their conclusion. And it makes me very confused. But then I'll see a PEMDAS order of equations, 4 + 4 + 4 × 0, and 90% of the people don't know the answer. And I'm not saying you need to be good at math in order to be intelligent. I don't think that is necessarily true. But the people that are commenting below this order of equations, which is something that I was able to exceed in from a 4th grade, 5th grade level, and they are just so far off, I'm like, why am I allowing these people's opinions on much harder things to problem solve, work through, contextualize, to affect me in any type of way? And that's where I kind of just like, I can't let these people, like, there's just people that we don't think the same, clearly. And they're arguing. There's people arguing the PEMDAS order of equations. I'm like, there's one answer. This is so when I see things in the world and I feel like, all right, there's one answer. These are the events that are happening, and it breaks my heart. There's one answer. It seems like nobody has this answer. In politics, in everything that you see, I'm like, why it seems like such an easy answer to this issue. And then I go and I see 4 + 4 + 4 × 0.
It reminds you who you're dealing with. Reminds
me of like, oh yeah, most people don't see problems and come up with the right answer.
And it's
90% of those people.
And I'm happy that you have an example of something that's a definite, that you can't even argue the answer.
Yeah.
It's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough, man.
What did I say? 4 + 4 + 4 × 0?
I don't know.
That'd be 8, everybody.
I
just don't get any fucking ideas. It's 8. There's so many people 0. I'm like, you gotta follow the fucking thing.
But yeah, yeah.
It is good to remember, and I think it's good to remember that most people do not look inward. It's hard to look inward and criticize yourself and be like, you did something bad. You made a mistake.
I've made mistakes.
You hurt someone else.
You
said the wrong thing.
And that make a mistake saying the wrong thing keeps you up. That's what keeps me up at night. You know, I fucked up.
Yeah, you talked about yourself too much. You bragged a little bit here. You did this, like you could have been more compassionate. Somebody said something that happened in their life. You didn't ask a question that would have been more empathetic. Like you make mistakes every day. You have the opportunity to be a good person or like show up the right way or the wrong way. Well, I think every day is a new day. I don't believe like, oh, Sebastian's a good guy.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't either.
70 days, he's great. 30 days,
no
he's
one's
whatever.
Pure one way or the other.
100%.
It's just about trying to do more.
I think, though, people be like, I check all these boxes. I'm a good person. And that's it. That's where the introspection ends.
I think that's.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that they like. Yeah.
I don't think they go day to day. Was I good in these scenarios? You know what I mean? Like, was I what is good, quote
John
unquote?
Cena just said something about did I earn the sunset tonight?
I like that.
Me too. Actually, that's why I bring
And
it up.
think about it. Like, think about yourself in a real critical, introspective way. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, he goes,
Not just to be like, oh, I do this, I do this, I do this. I'm a good person.
and he goes, and some days I don't earn the sunset.
Yeah.
And he goes, and that makes me then the next stage remember that I have to.
You want to earn the sunset.
Yeah.
And is he speaking in like, I accomplished things, or I was a good person, or I showed up for people?
It was a micro clip.
Okay, so you didn't see.
So I didn't really see. I didn't
Yeah.
watch. But it was him talking
If it
about.
was like, if I had to bench 200
no,
pounds, like
it was
if I
him
had
talking
to,
about
like,
how he realized he's not a movie star. He's not a WWE star. He's a human being.
Okay.
So
I like that.
I'm thinking it's about
Yeah, who you are.
who he is.
Yeah.
And John Cena, I don't know everything about him, but he's done the most Make-A-Wishes out of any celebrity.
Okay.
So I assume that he is probably earning sunsets.
Hopefully.
if he's
Yes.
showing up for children with cancer.
Yes.
You know.
But do it like something like that. It's like, if you're like, I always do Make-A-Wish, I could be a menace in the rest of, like, no, each thing is separate, and that is good things, and there's, I'm sure, bad things, and it's just like,
of course, and
take everything for what it is a little bit.
Well, yeah, it's hard to look at yourself, because then everyone's makes mistakes and does wrong stuff.
Yes.
And then it's good to know that every day is a new opportunity too.
Yeah.
Because I do think that people in like a lot of like recovery programs, they'll be like you need to move forward from your past.
Yes.
Which I think is a good thing too.
It's great.
I think you can't lean on your past, and you need to move forward from your past.
You could learn from it.
Yes.
But you don't want, it doesn't have to be who you are.
Yeah, it doesn't. And I think it's just it's a hard truth.
Yes.
That every day is a new opportunity, but it's also a good thing.
Yes, exactly.
Because it means that you can move forward and become a better person every day, or that you have to continue being good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty awesome. But I mean, oh God, to look at yourself is hard. It's stressful.
It is hard. It's definitely hard. And to do it in a meaningful way outside of, I have big ears. My teeth are a little crooked.
Well, they say
I'm self-aware. No, you're not.
They say 85% of what we worry about will never happen. And I'm like, damn, 15% of what I worry about's gonna happen? That is
number
so much.
That number's got to be lower for me.
I don't think that
lower
study
for me.
realizes how much I worry.
Or how much time I spend worrying about.
The
thing that I will lose sleep over are minuscule.
15% of what I worry about's going to happen.
Yeah.
That means my world is going to fall apart. It's just apart.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that study factored in to how much actually people worry.
I feel more and more, I don't know if this is right or fair, but for me, people that can just like fall asleep, I'm like, how do you live? How do you not care about anything? Like,
I think they
can just fall asleep.
I think some people get tuckered out.
They get tuckered out.
I think that's what it is.
I'm so jealous of that. I think that would be the one thing, if I could have a superpower, it'd be like I could just snap my fingers and fall asleep.
Because I do think that some people do worry, but they tucker themselves. They've learned that they have to tucker themselves.
They got to worry during business hours.
Through exercise and well, if I've actually ever, like, my biggest panic attacks, I'm exhausted.
Okay.
So there is that too. There is a level of worry I've hit that has made me actually like exhausted.
Yeah. I mean, you mean after the panic attack, you're exhausted. Yeah, I could see that.
So, but I do think, like, I'm like, if 15% is going to come true, I walk down a flight of steps and I go, what if my knees just popped out of the socket? Yeah. Like, I'm thinking, like, I'm not only thinking
crazy
world's thoughts,
okay,
but I'm stressed about small little things.
Yeah.
I literally am walking down the street. I go, what if a cockroach just starts running out of my pants? I'm not scared of it running in my pants. I'm worried that it runs out, which means it's been in there for a while.
Yeah.
15% of these thoughts are going to come true, Robbie.
Yeah. I mean, that is crazy.
And
you worry about a lot.
And air conditioning, I probably every air conditioner I walk by, I go, it could fall on my head.
Yeah.
And I know I've walked past over 100 air conditioners.
Yeah, 15% of the air conditionings are falling from the sky.
So what is happening? This is so much, Rob.
That number's got to be lower.
It has to be low. I go, what if I go in a bathroom on an airplane and the door breaks and I'm stuck in there for landing?
I think maybe people don't worry as much as us. I think we come from worry families a little bit, and people don't worry. People just live fearlessly. People live fearlessly, don't think about themselves in any critical way, and go to sleep every night. Wake up and attack the day.
I sometimes we'll just be in the car walking down the street, and I'll go, oh, and I'll like freak out because of how bad my thoughts just became.
Yeah,
Just because I go, what if someone was underneath my car when I pulled out?
I've lost sleep 2 weeks. I'm like, we're going on a group vacation that I organized. Is everyone gonna be able to sleep comfortably? Am I gonna need to get an air mattress and I'll sleep on here? And I remember I lost sleep for like weeks because I was like, I'm not gonna be able. Then I'm gonna be on vacation. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. I organized this whole vacation. Know what's gonna happen. I'm not sleeping weeks leading up to it.
A nightmare.
I passed out on the plane. You remember? I
Of
fainted on the plane because I didn't have sleep.
So
I lost my fucking
50% of stuff
thing.
is happening to you.
But then I get there and there was like a secret loft bed that was not advertised in the listing, and that's where I slept, and it was perfect.
Amazing.
It did not come to fruition. But I worried so much beforehand about this stupid situation to the point where I literally passed out on the plane.
You know what I
fainted.
It's insane.
And then I get there and there was like a secret bed that was just not listed. And everything was fine.
I've had the fear that would choke in a restaurant and no one's arms are long enough to give me the Heimlich.
Yeah. How often? Every time you're in a restaurant?
I've thought of it. I mean,
you just think about it.
I go. If I choke in a restaurant, I'll just die sitting there.
Yeah.
That's how much I love attention, but I don't like making a commotion.
Yeah.
I could see myself just dying from choking, just sitting there. And just going.
And then you just fall. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be lower for us, I would say.
God,
and I would say the average population probably feels like that's a low number.
It's tough, man.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could believe these studies.
Yeah.
Half the studies I read are, I feel like who's writing it, and then I think, who's writing these studies are the researchers.
Some people, they come up with the analysis and then work backwards.
Well,
they have a point they want to prove, and then they figure out a way how to prove it.
I almost think that some of these people, like, they'll get in trouble for cursing at work, and then the next week they'll come out, hey, just did a study, smarter people curse. Like these study people, what do you call them?
Researchers.
These researchers, they just do studies to make themselves look better sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's what I'm imagining.
You need to sift through the studies. We need to have a level of critical thinking that's one step further. We can't just see headline, number, sentence, and then go, that's the facts.
Men who do research have a 2-inch bigger dick than most other men, you know, right? Like they're just making. If I was a researcher, I would just be doing studies to make myself look better too.
Yeah.
So I get what you're doing, but at a certain point, I go, who are these studies for?
Yes. Why are they existing?
Why?
What is this? What are we trying to prove here?
What is happening? And are you making yourself feel better?
Yes. It seems like that. A little bit.
Yeah, because a lot of these I go.
Like they had an argument with their girlfriend or something, and then all of a sudden the study comes out.
Oh, you better be careful.
Yeah.
Dating a researcher, you'll be put in your place. Not by them, but by a paper.
Yeah.
But by a study.
Yeah, sometimes a lot of things I see in the world, it's like this seems like it was meant to be a personal conversation between two people, and those two people were unable to have it, and it has just escalated to something that is none of my business.
Study finds that by forcing yourself, the study finds that if one person makes dinner and the other person has to do the dishes, it's not actually a gift to either.
Yeah, exactly.
The study finds that you shouldn't vacuum while we're watching football.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the studies we need a little bit more critical thinking in this planet. about ourselves, about other people.
Yeah, look at these studies. I go,
what the hell? Like what we consume. Go and look at the context. What's the control group? What's the variable group? What are we trying to find? What are the actual statistics that are being reported?
You don't get
Are they being manipulated?
You don't get these in the article, man.
I know. You got to find the statistics.
You don't get these.
I've sent nyc.gov/crime to so many people that I'm like, these are the numbers.
Well, those are different. That's different statistics than the ones about.
Yeah. But I'm saying find the raw data. What is, in this scenario, the raw data is, what is the study? What is happening? What is the control, like I said? But there's just a lot of people that are bad at consuming information.
Have you ever been in a focus group?
Yeah.
And what'd you get out of the focus group?
$250 or some shit for 3 hours.
Do those exist still?
Let us know.
You know.
Yeah, you want to try? It's like you try a bunch of carbonated drinks.
You know, people are hitting lows. You know I'm hitting a financial low.
I was employed when I did that too.
When I type into Google, focus groups. You know things are bad when you're looking for focus groups for Visa gift cards.
Yeah. No, I got an envelope full of cash. That shit was great.
Oh God, when
I was like, sign me up anytime.
When I go at Thanksgiving, my family goes, "How you doing, Seb?" I go, "Well, I got my eye on a focus group I might be able to do next week. Things are looking up, okay? I see a focus group that I might be eligible for, okay?"
You got to be doing pretty well in the world to say no to a 2-hour focus group to make what, $300, $250? I can't turn down $125 an hour cash under the table to sip a few drinks.
For my opinion,
yeah.
I used to do once for cell phone video games.
Oh, really?
For my opinion, I was getting paid for that.
Yeah, that's great.
People give that apps like Letterbox is getting rid of focus groups.
Yeah.
Who needs focus groups when we have Amazon reviews?
Yeah. I guess.
But I guess it's
before you release it, they want to know what people think.
It's before. You're right. Thank you, Rob. So it's both, because I think
it's
people
also
need to know the information.
Because the people in the focus group just want the money.
Nobody's there for the product.
I don't think anyone's really giving, like, some of them people take it seriously. Some of the people don't care. And some of the people, I'm like, these people have bad opinions. This is not going to do well. What are we listening to here?
I think when people ask me what I do for a living, I'm going to say, I'm a focus grouper.
Yeah, I'm in focus groups.
I scour the internet for focus groups and participate in surveys.
I mean, those are my people at the end of the day. The people in focus groups that are just like, yeah, I need this $200 cash.
I remember,
like, you all look around, you're like, yeah,
27 or something.
Yeah,
I really needed some money, and you know your boy signed up for a couple of shady focus group websites. Which all of a sudden, once you're filling out a survey for over 20 minutes, and you're like, there's no end in sight, I go, Jesus.
I mean, a good focus group connect is powerful. If you have somebody who can just send you on focus groups, and they're like, that's their job, is to facilitate focus groups, and they oftentimes need to switch it up a little bit, but like, you hit them up and you're like, you got any friends? Get me on your list. Like, that's a powerful connect.
It's better than knowing someone in the restaurant business almost.
Yeah.
You know what the modern day focus group is now?
What?
When you hit lows in life and you're like, I got to earn a couple extra bucks. Transcribers.
Oh, that shit's horrible.
Transcribers are the new focus group.
Yeah, they're like, you're going to work harder. They can't just make this $200 easy peasy.
They can't.
We need 80 words per minute.
Insane.
Yeah.
You know your boy took a transcriber test to see how many words per minute I could do.
Did you fail?
No, I passed. I passed. But I mean, you hit lows.
I feel like it's worth saying I'm wearing my Liberty stuff. Go Liberty. Peace, love, Liberty.
They're in the finals.
They are in the finals. It is a very, I want to say magical, because I think I'm fantastical or romanticize things sometimes. But it is a magical time for New York sports right now, which we might have the Yankees and Mets in the World Series. It's possible. The Mets did lose last night, but it's the first time I think since 2000 that the Yankees and Mets were one step away from being in the World Series, which you remember the Subway Series, I'm sure.
I had the T-shirt.
You had the T-shirt.
And that T-shirt didn't root for a team. It just rooted for the series.
And for the city.
It was just like a picture of the two trains, and they were going towards each other. I remember the T-shirt vividly.
Yeah, it was cool that time. I mean, I was in Jersey, not in the city, but I watched a lot of the games in Staten Island, wherever. And it was a cool time. I think it would be fun for the city. I think it would bring the city together, obviously, if the Yankees and Mets were back. The Liberty, the vibes are great with the Liberty. I mean, I went to the game, they lost, which was tough. They were up like 15, and this woman on the links hit one of the craziest shots that I've ever seen. She had a 4-point play, falling. She's the smallest woman on the court. She was doing something that I really liked too, which is when like the crowd was chanting for the Liberty, she wanted them louder. Like kind of like bring it. Like cocky. Let's go Liberty. Yeah, she's on defense. We're doing the let's go Liberty. And she's just, let's make it even louder. Like I'm locked in.
It's only fueling her.
Yeah. And then she kind of took over the game and won.
Yeah.
And I like when I see an athlete that's kind of like I'm rooting for the Liberty. I want the Liberty to win the series. Obviously hope it comes back for a game 5. It's beautiful to see a sold out arena, people screaming, like celebrities are there supporting women's sports in this way, and it's so big right now that like years ago I remember my sister worked at the Liberty. It was like 10% maybe sold out. Yeah. It was at MSG. They had to move to a tiny arena outside of the city. So to see it back in the city, like thriving in this way.
In Brooklyn, especially. Like because they could make this their home stadium, the Barclays Center.
Yeah.
Because it's not a lot of teams have been around, you know?
Yeah.
Even the Nets, it's like, oh.
Yeah, they're new. The whole stadium is new. So they're building
teams around.
Exactly, yeah.
And Liberty does feel like a newer team in a lot of ways.
They're new to this location.
Yes, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like new love and support behind
yes,
is what I'm saying.
Which has been nice.
So people
I remember when it was
connected to there.
Yes. Because I remember it was at MSG for a long time, and it was kind of failing. And James Dolan sold the team. But it's fun. It's been it's invigorating, I think, to see the city come out, and the New York pride is nice. Yeah, it's fun. The Knicks, I think, are going to be very good, which is fun. We got the Jersey Knicks, 2 guys from New Jersey on the Knicks, as I talked about, which is exciting. Dante was back in New York last night for the first time.
The Italians.
Yeah. He said a nice thing about the fans. There was like a few.
What did he say?
He said the fans were incredible, and they'll always have a very special place in his heart. And like, nice. Obviously, he wanted to stay. He signed a deal to stay, and it was the best year, one of the best years of his life, being in New York. And he wants
to be a famous athlete in New York is amazing.
It's the best, yeah.
Because the world is the world's at your fingertips,
which we haven't really seen in a while. I guess Jeter was that, but like, I'm a big also believer Jeter wasn't that good. He was just in New York.
A lot of people have said that.
He was fine, but if he's anywhere else,
people say he was very overrated.
Very overrated. That was my big issue why I rooted for the Red Sox. I just didn't like Derek Jeter that much, and I was like, I don't understand the hype.
Good company man. Though.
He was a great company man.
He was a company man through and through. Never had scandals. So many papers were signed so people wouldn't speak about any action he ever did.
The NDA king, the original NDA.
He was the NDA king.
Yeah, back in the day.
Jeter walked around with NDAs to pizza shops.
Have you heard the stories about what he
leaving gift bags for women and stuff like that?
Or he would hook up in the mirror and be like, yeah, Jeets. Yeah, Jeets. Like the yeah, Jeets thing. Have you never heard this?
I heard the Leo stories.
The Leo stories?
Like how Leo would
hook up with AirPods
and just smoke his vape.
Yeah. I mean, these people are crazy. But
I mean, yeah, at a certain point, I guess.
I like this crop of New York athletes, and it's fun to see. We haven't been a good sports town for a long time, so it's fun to feel that October. It's very October too. Baseball is sports, October. Yes. Baseball is basketball coming back, and the Rangers are good. Like everyone, it's fun to have the Liberty. This is like a new little facet. Yeah. Our football teams still stink, but
who cares?
I don't really care about the football teams.
I have issues with football in general.
Me too, a lot.
So who cares?
Yeah.
I hope it fades away.
Me too, to be honest.
I also can't stand that Travis Kelce's hosting the new Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity show.
It's called Are You Smarter Than a
They
Celebrity?
got rid of the fifth graders. The fifth graders were fired.
They were too smart.
The fifth graders were fired, and they
said
said
these fifth graders are too smart.
we need to get someone. We need to get dumber people in here.
That's wild. I didn't know that.
We need to get, I don't know, Tana Moja in here.
She's gonna be on the show.
I don't know. We need to get the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
The fifth graders got all the answers right. Grab Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Right?
This is what makes me feel crazy sometimes, because I feel like I was at my smartest in fifth grade, and I've only either plateaued or whatever since then, and I still feel smarter than most of the population.
It's
like a large chunk. And I have to remember when I was in fifth grade, I was scoring in the 99th percentile on most exams.
Nice.
And these are the people that
Yeah.
are now doing these PEMDAS equations and saying their horrible opinions on the state of the world.
I would be so offended if I was asked to be on Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity?
You would.
Because I'll go, you know who we're replacing?
Fifth grade.
The fifth graders. And then you just see a bunch of hungry fifth graders outside.
Oh, if you were on the celebrity side.
Yeah.
If I was, I would think I would do well. Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity?
I know, but yeah, it's just offensive. Why are you taking the job away from the little kids?
Yeah. I
You
don't
have
know.
everything.
Yeah. I like it in the fact that hopefully it makes celebrities look stupid.
Yeah, you know
Well,
why?
I can't imagine that most of them would do it without getting fed the questions, and they're like, it's planned. Are they actually going to be vulnerable enough to get these questions wrong?
I don't know. It'll be exciting.
Yeah.
It'll be exciting to see if from Progresso knows how many continents there are.
I fucking hope so, Glow.
It'll be truly tremendous. I mean, I can't wait. So let's see if Terry Crews knows what Vietnam is.
Why does it piss you off that Travis Kelce? He's not a good host. You would prefer someone with more.
Isn't
comedic
he playing
talent?
football right now?
Yeah, right now, yeah.
And he's filming and he's doing a TV show?
I guess so. And
When
he got
I was in
100
high
million.
school, I had to choose between the play and the football.
That's true.
So why the hell does he get to do both?
He's a
That's
Troy
why
Bolton.
it pisses me off.
Okay.
No, but you don't
Stick
get
to football.
Stick to football.
He got $100 million for his podcast.
I like his brother.
I like his brother too.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he has an audience. It's nice.
Yeah.
He has an audience. I don't know. It's just like doesn't he have a job? That's I guess what I'm thinking.
How many jobs do you want?
How many jobs? Doesn't he have a job?
Yeah, I guess they like fame, or he needs to
And
feel
all
like he
these
needs to
celebrities,
keep up
don't
now.
they have a job? Can't they let the kids be on television?
Yeah, I guess so.
Can't they?
Maybe there's labor rule. I don't know what
No.
happened.
They just are like, do better ratings.
Better ratings. For
That's all it
celebrities.
is.
Probably, yeah.
That's all it is,
yeah,
Rob.
yeah. You're
They're
right.
like, we need people to post, and Samantha from Tennessee doesn't have enough followers because she's not allowed to have
Yeah,
Instagram.
That's sad. That is sad.
So they got rid of it because fifth graders can't have Instagram and post that they're on the TV show.
Yeah.
So they're like, we need to get celebrities. Let's have Mia Khalifa on instead. Which I love Mia Khalifa.
Yeah.
I love her on Instagram.
Of course. We don't need to see her on Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader or a celebrity.
Celebrity.
I think she's probably pretty smart too.
I think she's very smart too.
Yeah.
I wish I said someone else because I actually love
think
her.
she's smart.
I do.
Of the people I see, of the celebrities I see.
In my mind, it's sad that they're taking that away from the kids.
I hope that the celebrities look stupid and it's not scripted.
They'll look stupid.
I hope so.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. We will see.
Or they'll be smart.
Yeah.
And then everyone will go, you know how smart they are. I had no idea. There's nothing funnier than having a conversation.
It would
with
be
your parents.
horrible if that's how the show ends up folding out. Is that the takeaway is celebrities are smarter than they seem. It has to be that they're dumber
People
than
do
they
that.
seem. I would hope, though, that's not what happens.
My mom loves Celebrity Jeopardy.
She does.
And she'll be like, you have no idea how smart blah blah is.
Okay.
You wouldn't expect it. It's very smart.
Yeah. I guess people like that shit.
People like to think that someone's
That they admire.
is perfect.
Is a good person. Has admirable qualities.
Yeah.
But anyways, go Liberty. The
Go
vibes are good in
Libs.
New York. Do you feel them yet or no? You're not a sports fan at all. Do you
Not
feel the
at all.
vibes changing?
No, I'm
You at least understand the vibes. You remember the Subway Series. You remember the height of all these sports and
It would be
when
cool
the
if that's
vibes get
happened. If
if
that's-
stuff gets that
Yeah.
to that.
But I'm not putting myself in places where that.
The Yankee game's on or the Met game.
I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking. I'm not going out. I do my shows. I teach. I work.
Yeah, I guess
I set up my apartment.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Where am I going to catch these vibes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Rob, so you were talking about these vibes. Where do you think I'm going to catch
the
them?
vibes? They're in the streets, I guess. I guess I live in the neighborhood where the Liberty play, so I feel them a lot more.
Much different.
I'm in the gym. I'm in a gym.
You know what vibes I'm getting?
Where the TVs are on, playing sports.
I'm getting it's midterms at Pratt's vibes.
Okay. All right.
I see a lot of people running with projects and envelopes.
We gotta go. We'll go on the Patreon. I have some things to talk about.
All right, let's go over there
with all of this. But thank you guys, everybody. Please subscribe to the Patreon. It really is the #1 way to help us. Other ways, obviously, engage in the content, share it, send it to people, send people the clips, tell them to follow the page, subscribe, rate. There's a lot of free ways that you could support Loud About Nothing, and we appreciate it. We are expanding, which is fun.
That's
one
nice.
IKEA desk at a time.
No, none from IKEA, but
nothing from IKEA.
Nothing was from
Amazon
IKEA.
Basics.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
I mean, I wish, but that's unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Robbie, hit the music.